it's Cassidy from Mama Bell's Home, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips and how to save on groceries as a stay-at-home mom. Now, we all know that managing a household on a budget can be challenging, so I'm going to be sharing with you these simple strategies to help you stretch that dollar on your next grocery shopping trip. If you're ready, let's get started. Tip number one, you're going to want to meal plan and create a shopping list according to the meal plan. First and foremost, this is where you got to start. This is going to be the basic way and the foundation of you saving money on your groceries. It'll cut back, as long as you stick to it, on any of those impulse buys and unnecessary spending. You go in there, you get what you need, and you get out, and you will see how much time and money you will save doing this. Okay, and then for tip number two, what you're going to want to do, you guessed it, you're going to be buying the generic or store brand. Oftentimes the case is that the store brand and the name brand is actually packaged and prepared, made by the same exact company in the same factory. You're just buying the name, okay? So save your money. Don't worry about buying the name brand. If it's something that you are particular about and you just cannot do it, I get it. There are items in my life that the generic brand is just not close enough. It doesn't do it justice. And so either I'll make it myself or I'll buy the name brand. But if I'm really trying to save on groceries and stick to a budget, I will just toss that whole theory out the window and I will buy store brand. So if you're looking for ways to save money, buying generic is the way to go. Okay, and so for tip number three, and this is my husband's least favorite, but he's gotten used to it and I've figured out ways to do this, but it's going to be meatless meals. Now, I call it like Meatless Monday, where I will skip the meat, or if you have a husband like mine, we will use shredded chicken or ground beef, something like that, to make it stretch. Meat is usually one of the most expensive items, and I get it. Like, people, you want your protein, you want your meat. Okay, I get it. But if you want to save on groceries and you're really trying to stick to a budget or just keep costs down, because with inflation the way it is right now with food prices, like I'm spending double almost a week for my family of 9. It's a lot. And so I started implementing Meatless Mondays again because we need to save, like I'm sure you get it. And so just having meatless meals, maybe using like tofu, or like I said, just using ground meat or shredded meat so that you're using less and you can make it stretch. That's another great way for you to save on your groceries. Okay, if these tips have been helpful so far, I wouldn't mind if you gave it a thumbs up. And let's go ahead and get into tip number 4. Okay, and tip number 4 is going to be buying things that you can use in multiple ways. For instance, you can use plain Greek yogurt in substitute of sour cream. And then if you want to use it for yogurt parfaits, just sweeten it with a little bit of honey. If you want to buy some cheese, instead of buying prepackaged shredded cheese or sliced cheese, just buy a nice big block of cheese, slice it up yourself or shred it. It'll help you save money. And there are tons of items like this in the store that you can use in multiple ways to really make those dollars stretch. So I get that tip number 5 is not for everybody, and I totally understand that. But if you really want to make those dollars stretch at the grocery store, then making things from scratch and avoiding those prepackaged meals or pre-made meals items is really going to help you stretch your dollar. Now, I'm not saying that you have to make everything from scratch and start making your own bread and all of those things, right? But I'm just saying, if you really want to make those dollars stretch, you got to be creative, and you're going to have to get yourself in the kitchen. One of the things that I like to do is buy like dry beans, and then I go ahead and I'll cook those up myself. Not only am I saving time, but I also it has so much more flavor and it just comes out way better. And I'm spending a fraction of the cost on what I would on the pre-cooked, pre-packaged beans. There are a ton of other items that you can do like this. Skip the freezer sections. Go ahead and just make it yourself. I know, again, this is not everybody's favorite, but I promise you it will definitely pay off, and you will spend a fraction of the price that you spend on those pre-made items if you just make them yourself. And I know this can be time consuming, so this might be something you just skip on, and that's okay. You need to do what is right for you and your family. These are just the 5 tips that I use as a stay-at-home mom to save on groceries. Those are my 5 top tips in helping you save money at the grocery store as a stay-at-home stay-at-home mom. I hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, with a little bit of planning and being creative, you can make those dollars stretch at the grocery store. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Would you mind giving it a thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe if you like motherhood and homemaking content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!